What's going on, guys? Chase, Ghost Picks Against the Spread, GhostPicksATS.com coming to you for Saturday, big college football Saturday, September the 15th, 2018. And we are rolling right along in college football. Been a fantastic start to the season. We've only dropped one top-tier play in college football. And we're going to keep it rolling here for Saturday. Let's do a quick recap and let's get things started. So yesterday, obviously, I was on. You guys know that I was on the road for a couple of days. Hate doing videos in the car, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make sure that I get the content out there for you. So finally back home now and ready to keep grinding for you. So yesterday gave you a premium selection play in Major League Baseball involving the Baltimore Orioles and the White Sox. Gave you the reasons why I like the over 9.5 in that game. And you can go back and watch the video from yesterday for Friday if you would like to see those reasonings. But that was a nice winner there. That was one of only 3 plays that I had that was a premium selection released to all of my premium clients and top tier members. The one loss that we did take was on the Chicago Cubs. Played them on the run line. Obviously, you know that I preach high lines. I don't take them. I do not risk high juice. And we lost to the hook. But it was, it's difficult to watch that a lot of times because you know the talent that's on the team and the offense just cannot keep that rhythm consistent. And they had times yesterday where they had opportunity, where they should have been able to push runs across and they didn't. So a 3-2 win by Chicago. We lost to the hook. That was a loss. And then our top tier play was Memphis minus 28. We released it at minus 28.5 and recommended that all of our players buy the hook to 28 because it gives you a lot better chance of a push, being, a score of 20, minus 28 versus having to win by an odd number like 29. Either way, no matter what you got it at, whether you bought the hook or not, that was a nice winner there. Fairly easy game to break down and handicap. It was very one-sided, and I know that Jimmy pushed that out as a big red alert play. Jimmy's red alerts are on fire. Speaking of the red alert, there is a team red alert going on tomorrow involving myself, Jack, Derek Dimes, and Benny. It will be Benny's first introduction into red alert plays. It is right at 3:30 a.m. and we worked on this play all night. We had narrowed it down to 2 plays that we loved that both were red alert caliber, and one of them was involving some weather. So, we decided to stay off that one, and this was our absolute, another game that we love. Both of these games were dead locked even as red alert plays. But we were only going to release one, so we kept going back and forth as a group discussing these plays, and the weather ultimately the potential weather is what ultimately steered us off of one play and pushed us on to the play that we are going to release. And speaking of weather, that's going to get me into my free play as well as let you know what I'm going to be doing for my premium and top tier plays for Saturday. So anyway, 2 in 1 day, top tier winner. And, another winning day, free pick winner that I gave you. So congratulations to everyone that jumped on that play. The team red alert is $100 at the website, GhostPicksATS.com. Make sure you go there, jump on that. If you're having trouble finding it, send me an email, chase.ghostpicksats@gmail.com, or call Jimmy and he will get you linked up, send you an invoice directly, and that play will be sent to you by one of the Ghost members. So one of the 4 of us. So anyway, let's jump into a free play, but let's discuss weather for a second. Hurricane Florence pounding the South and North Carolina coast, sending, its effects from northern Georgia all the way to northern Virginia. Games have been postponed. North Carolina, South Carolina games are not being played. North Carolina State's not being played. A lot of App State not being played. And not saying that we had plays in all this. We did have a play in the South Carolina Marshall game. Obviously, that's null and void. We won't get too into detail on that one because when that game does get made up during bye weeks, who knows? That play may still stand. So we'll leave the discussion for that for another day. But a team that I despise and a coach that I despise even more is someone that I'm going to back tomorrow for your free play. But we have to pay attention to weather. So, guys, listen to what I'm telling you. Clemson University taking on Georgia Southern in the wannabe Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, laying 31. It opened up at minus 34. Now they're laying 31. We are getting a lot of money on Clemson, and I think a lot of it has to do with the time change as well as the weather. And this is what I'm going to tell you. I have dug into the weather report so deep, I can't dig into it anymore. I'm not a meteorologist. Every single thing, weather report wise, people that I know that live in the upstate of South Carolina that live not very far from Clemson, they say right now the weather's beautiful. Yeah, it is a little breezy, but no heavy winds, no rain, clear skies. But it's coming. The bad weather is coming for them. Everything that we see is showing the bad weather coming late afternoon Saturday, as in 4 p.m. and on. Well, if it doesn't hit till 4 p.m., we're going to be able to get this game in, and the weather's not going to be a factor. If the weather is not going to be a factor in this game, I like Clemson. I like laying the 31, and here's why. Obviously, we know Clemson is light years ahead of where Georgia Southern will ever be. But Clemson's sitting at number 2 in the country behind Alabama. And, Mr. Sweeney said in his post-game little interview the other week, he said, after they almost lost to Texas A&M, and in my opinion, got outplayed not only in the first half, but damn near gave it away in the second half. He said, we could go out there and be playing anybody. We choose to play top caliber teams. So it's just kind of funny that here you are, you play Furman week 1, you go out there and make that statement after one game, and then here you are to play Georgia Southern in week 3. I would consider this a cupcake game. I would consider this a game that Clemson could win by 50 points if they want to. And then that's when most people would say, are they really going to try to win by 30 or 40 or 50? But yeah. Alabama, even though they're not going out there and playing a top team, they're going out there and playing a Power 5 conference game in their division in Ole Miss. Things like that mean something. So for the number 1 team in the country to be playing what is considered a big game, and you're not, you can't just win this game and expect for Alabama, Ohio State, all these guys to not be able to ruffle feathers in this top 5 and top 10, and you to potentially fall back a spot or two because your schedule's not proving that you are number 2 in the country. Now, we all know that the media loves Clemson. They love Dabo Sweeney. He could probably lose this game outright and gain a position. He'd probably they might as well crown him national champion now. They love him so much. But they have to go out there and pounce this team. With other games that are going on, they can't just win it. They have to cram it down Georgia Southern's throat. So I see Brent Venables, one of the best defensive coordinators that I've ever seen, and who I think really leads Clemson University, and who I give the utmost credit to the success of that squad and the way they play and the way they are coached. I don't think he takes his foot off the gas defensively. I don't think Dabo Sweeney allows the offense to take their foot off the gas. I think he goes out there to cram it down their throats. Now, nobody can stop Mother Nature. We get high winds, we get bad rain. This is a completely different story, and I wouldn't lay the 31. So, guys, your free play, which is a premium play, is to lay the 31 with Clemson. But don't play it yet. Wait until about an hour before game time, hour and a half. Follow that weather just as I am. And if the weather reports stay what they are, and us being able to complete that game or at least get 90% of the way through it without weather being a factor, pounce Clemson all day long, hammer it, and go out there and make some money. But if you look at it at 10:30 this morning Eastern Time, 11 a.m., and you think that there's a 65 to 70% chance based on updated weather information that weather could be a factor, guys, small play or lay off completely. If that is the case, And I see that, I will attempt to come back later today and give you a free play in a later game. Got a big top tier play for you, got a big red alert play for you, and have a huge college football Saturday for you. MLB, we're looking at one play, two potentially, but one for sure. And like I said, after this weekend, that's what you're going to be seeing until postseason. Top tier caliber plays only. My MLB play, I'm not saying it's going to be a top tier play, but it has to be to that caliber for me to release it, because the regular season is all but dead at this point. I cannot handicap who wants to play, spoiler alert, which starters are going to play and care, and which farm system guys are really going to try to make an impact and get their name out there. So anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I don't want to get anybody upset for the long video, even though we are discussing, keys to a game, why I'm taking it, important information. So make sure that you follow the weather reports. If you have any questions, chase.ghostpicksats@gmail.com. Call in, get on the red alert, $99 for the team red alert. And go in. If you have any other questions or want any of my other packages, just go to ghostpicksats.com, get linked up, and I hope to see you in the premium area soon. So follow the weather. If all goes well, Clemson -31 premium play. And good luck. God bless. Grind on. I'll either see you back later today or I'll see you back for a big NFL Sunday. Good luck, guys, and I appreciate everything.